Knock knock. 6 splatterfish. Yeah. I got work cut out for me. Hey everyone. Welcome to the stream. Last one before PAX, or at least before I leave for PAX tomorrow. And just because I want to get it off my chest, the video's done. Completely 100% done. But I can't fucking render it because Sony Vegas keeps fucking crashing. So, video I wanted it out today, but it looks like that's not happening. And I'm kind of streaming just because I'm fucking tired of trying to get that shit working. So, it should be up tomorrow if I can get it working. But honestly, the last 2 days has been trying to get this shit functional. And I have no idea why it's like that. Anyways. Soon. Soon trademark. Is the game audio muffled like last time? I don't know. It's fine for me. People tell me, like, it sounds bad, but I don't... I get conflicting opinions. I just want to take this time to mention that Dane has fucking done it once again. If you look through every time I've uploaded a video, and then you look at every time Dane has uploaded a video, you'll notice that he always, literally every fucking time, uploads a day after I do. And what happens is everyone stops talking about my video and starts talking about his. And I'm losing my brains over here. I don't know how he does it. I'm not that vocal about when my videos are out, and yet he still finds a fucking way every time. He's just always 2 steps ahead of me. I miss TF2. Do you play it anymore? No, I don't play TF2 anymore. I quit. Listen, if you're not gonna do me the solid of just, like, looking at my VODs and seeing if I've streamed TF2, then I'm not gonna do you the service of answering. It's easy to figure out if I play Team Fortress 2. This level is just like the Space Colony arc from SA2. It's just a Sonic game at this point, with the amount of rail grinding. You sound ill? I'm fucking sad. I've been trying to get my fucking video working all day. So I am ill. Oh my god, I can't kill them. One down. Stop using Vegas. It's honestly the problem. You don't know hell until you've spent an entire day looking at threads from 2010 on how to make my video not have fucking black bars. Or black flashes. And still not find an answer. I do have After Effects, I think, so... You know, it didn't even cross my mind. I could save it as a Premiere file and then export it there. Only problem is I have some Vegas-only effects that will get lost. Either way, it's been a bit of a pullback on the video release. Twinticle Octo Troopers. Twinticle? Damn, this is just the relay round. I'm too low on ink to kill them. No, the Vegas only plugins are like third party. Technically, I think some effects would also be lost, though I'm not as worried about that. It's a shame, because, like, everything about the video is fully completed. This stream will probably be shorter, just because I leave before lunch tomorrow, and I really want to get it working before I'm out. I mean, to be fair, it's been, like, what, 2 months, so another half a week wouldn't be the end of the world, but I will not enjoy PAX knowing. I don't even think it's like learning Premiere. I think I just need to like clean wipe my computer, because it seems like these issues aren't just Vegas being shit. Vegas is being shit, but I don't think that's the main problem. I like the JoJo thing. Thanks. I liked it too. That's why I made it. What's the issue exactly? The issue is I'm sitting on a completed video that refuses to render correctly. And the second issue I'm having is that I'm a consistent streamer and I've just spent 10 minutes talking about technical issues. Listen, I got a lot of problems. Just start over. People wonder why it takes so long in between videos. This is fucking why. It's because it's the fucking technical issues. It doesn't help how much I have to work with Source Filmmaker. That shit is already... 90% of my time in Source Filmmaker is me going, why the fuck are you doing that? To the program. That is not at all what I told you to do. Stop it at once. Combine that with Vegas Pro, and that's how you end up with 2 months of the wait time. For nothing. Source Filmmaker on Source 2. Please. I'm begging you. Okay, I missed all of them. would be godlike. I mean, it already exists. It's not... My problem isn't that, like, it would be a whole different world with Source Filmmaker. It's just, like, it would be more stable. It would look the same. It would function the same. But, I could use 2 cameras while working and not have to deal with finger lag that literally crashes my computer. That's all. I gotta say, I have a very good candidate for my least favorite enemy in Splatoon 2. Don't know how they did it, but they climbed the ranking that quickly. Air strafers, man. Reach them. This is absurd. Things over there that I want to get, but I don't know if I can reach them. Perhaps. Oh, I think I'm supposed to grab it when we passed. Oh well. A job well done. SFM is kinda in its own little world and works pretty different from other animation programs. Yeah. I would say if you learn Source Filmmaker and then try to move on to contemporary animation in the industry, it'll be easier for you than the average person, but it's not going to be easy for you. Just easier. Shit Valve should do. How about not showing our IPs and some sort of DDoS protection? Yeah, you'd think as much. They got 2 other games that don't fucking give out my IP. And don't have people DDoSing the top streamers out of playing the game. But it's a decade old, man. Is this live or a VOD? Thomas, you know more of you know too much about Twitch to be asking that question. Shame on you. What game is he talking about? Take a wild freaking guess what game I'm talking about in a passive-aggressive manner. Rugrats in Paris, as always. Just want to play it with sound, man. Not too much to ask. Daily reminder that if it's not a stream day, Thursday through Sunday, then the streams are pre-recorded. It's nice to see all the regulars in chat today, such as... Oh, and there's even... It's good to see you guys. I'm just here playing Splatoon. Splatoon Link. Oh. Do you even know the regulars? Okay, I'm the streamer, so I'd say yeah. I mean, it's a bit harder to follow every single one than it was like 6 months ago. But my chat's no waterfall. I can keep up pretty quick. I don't even know what I busted. Try to reinstall it or get a newer version with a trial or something. I moved to 14 and that fixed a lot. I'm on 15. I can try that. It's gonna be rough trying to get that thing out before PAX though. If I have to go through those kind of steps. The problem isn't even that I don't know the problem. I know exactly what the problem is. I mean, I'm not gonna spend the whole stream complaining, but it's closing the media that I have in. Like the video files, Vegas is basically closing them, and then when it tries to render, it doesn't have them open, so it just shows as black. And no matter what settings I change, it continues. Listen, man, I've been doing this shit since I was 11, alright? It's not hard to find my old RuneScape music videos. I know my way around this barbaric program. It's just a bad program. That's like the root of the problem here. Yeah, I set it up so it doesn't. So it shouldn't. FAQ says I'm on 14. Oh. I'll update that. Wait, so if this is connected... I will fly away from PAX. I will leave PAX early if anyone does that. I heard Vegas was a frequent crasher. I think a more accurate way to describe Sony Vegas is sometimes it doesn't crash. It's an infrequent worker would honestly be a better description. Please buy Vegas. Sometimes you can even get stuff done. Sometimes. This is one of my favorite multiplayer maps. You won't see this, but if you do, you're a nerd. Thanks for the sub. The notifications aren't on right now, so they won't appear. But I see them. This music kinda sounds like Mario. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Like the, what is it, the Underground soundtrack? Premiere, in my experience, isn't any better. It also sometimes has massive compatibility issues. Nice. You would figure, living in 2018, these problems would be much easier to extinguish, because everyone and their mother has, like, tried, you know, an editing program. Even if you don't make videos, you probably fucked around in Movie Maker in school while you were in, like, computing class. So, logically, a lot of these questions should be getting answers, and yet, here we are. Still with no explanation for what Vegas just not fucking doing its job is. I think that's what I have to do. I have to move my project file into Windows Movie Maker. Fucking PowerPoint. I've wanted to do this thing for a while where I start every stream with a brief PowerPoint summarizing what happened last time on stream. Like for Breath of the Wild. And I think there's something tangible in that concept. Less is better. When I was doing the first Breath of the Wild one I came back on, I think I mentioned this in the stream, I was planning on doing a PowerPoint on shield surfing, because that whole stream was just me, like, hunting down shields to surf on. I've done it before. Not a PowerPoint, but on my Resident Evil 7 stream, I literally, like, fucking drew a bunch of pictures of the game, and so I could catch everyone up with what happened in it. Nobody left. And now I think that VOD is just lost to time. Feels like a skate park. I know about the Hylian shields. But you can't get that till endgame, or from an amiibo I don't have. Who do I have to, call to get the Glub Go Gob Galob in Smash 5? This feels like a TF2 Smash Bros. Level. Honestly, I feel like you could take TF2 Smash Bros. And make, like, a unique game out of that. Like an FPS Smash. Has that ever been done? I mean, one could argue that every FPS game is essentially that, but I don't know. There's no, like, game I can point to and compare TF2 Smash Bros. To. None at all. Certainly not any game by Nintendo. Master and TF2 map? Well, I was talking about, like, its own game. Like, not TF2. Like, a wholly original IP could be made with the concept. Like, FPS shooting with high focus on mobility and, like, air fighting, like air shotting, and you win by knocking them off the level rather than just killing them. That's what I mean. The knockback would be disorienting, but I'm sure it could be tweaked to not be as abhorrent. FPS with high focus on mobility and air combat lawbreakers. No, but I'm talking about in like a brawler format, like a couch brawler format, in the vein of Smash Bros. Or Brawlhalla. Or what was that new thing Team 4-Star made? Super Knockoff. I'm talking like a couch brawler FPS. I'm sure it's been done. I just don't know. I don't know what it is. Whatever has done it clearly was not that successful. For me to have no idea what to compare it to. What if Battle Royale came to TF2? It wouldn't work. Some classes just inherently don't work in a... I mean... It's like going onto a DM server in TF2. That's what Battle Royale is, basically. If you... Like, you could only play Generalist. You couldn't play Medic. You couldn't play Engineer. You probably couldn't even play, like, Heavy or anything. You'd win, like, maybe 1 or 2 fights, but... I know you're just, like, making a joke, but I like to take things really seriously and consider them. And... TF2 Battle Royale. Not on the agenda. Tell that to Paladins? Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything. I don't know jack about Paladins. But... I can imagine they're gonna have a similar problem. As interesting as a hero-based... I keep accidentally doing that. As interesting as a hero-based Battle Royale game could potentially be, if you couldn't catch my sarcasm, I just don't think it's... I don't think it's the best idea. You gotta come over here, my man. Take jokes way too seriously. That's how you know you're a creative person. When you fucking overthink everything. Every joke. You gotta fight to defeat. Only words I know from the Paladins Battle Royale trailer. You're taking this very seriously. Keep moving, homeboy. I got squids to fry. I would never eat a squid. I would never eat fish. Shit is gross. I'm prepared to take all the angry chatters to that statement. Fish is gross. Now, I'll give an exception for maybe like lobster or something, because I know a lot of people like lobster. I don't, but that's alright. Fish, though? Get out of here. Where am I going? I can't reach that. Oh, but I can shoot that. Fish is gross, squid is great. Man, got some interesting taste buds in the chat tonight. Taste buds are such an underrated sense. Everyone, like, there are competitions and world records for who has the best eyesight and the best hearing, but there's no competition for who has the best taste buds. I heard there's like a very rare deficiency, or maybe not deficiency, just like a human condition where you over-taste stuff and every meal is like having an orgasm. That'd be a pretty cool superpower, I won't lie. It'd be useless, but like, that's almost like a cheat code for real life. But I guess if you disliked something and you taste it, it would be exceptionally worse. So maybe it's balanced. That sounds great? No, 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 no. That tastes great. Get it right. Sometimes I feel like I have that, but with just specific dishes. Like, there'll be some dishes that normally I'm pretty cool, right? That, I guess there's just specific dishes that blow my brain for no reason. I guess that's just like having a really good meal, though. Either way, you haven't lived until you had like a really good sandwich or something. I remember there being launch pads like on this section, but they're gone now. Do you have some affection for sandwiches? I like sandwiches. I don't see it. I don't see how it's weird to like sandwiches. Have you forgotten to swallow food recently? No, not recently. Listen, you don't get this good at video games by remembering how to chew. I don't know what this is. Checkpoint. What? Alright. I'm a little confused now. It seems like I'm stuck here. But I know I'm not. Oh, I fell. Alright, I need to get that thing. To get that thing, I need to get above. I guess they could be invisible walls, but it seemed like the invisible walls were only connected to invisible launch pads. But I guess I did see that shit in the air, so would explain it. I remember ordering a BLT from Waffle House and it didn't come with bacon. Fuck? That's just an LT then. I'll be honest, when I get BLTs, I take off the tomatoes. Really, I just eat BTs, or BLs. But I'll also add cheese, so would that be a BLC? That sounds like a sexual term. There's no hints to where floaty things are. Just a reminder that this is a game for all ages. I'm 21 and I can't figure out a single puzzle. Oh, I just realized what BLC would stand for as a sexual term. Big lesbian cannolis. I feel like going around shooting the air isn't the right answer. But there's no secret areas. What am I supposed to do with this? I can't get up there. Or can I? Jump off the edge. I had a key. Haven't slept in 2 days. Is there an on-screen indicator for keys? I'm not using that as an excuse. I just meant I have the memory of a cat, of an old weary cat. Actually, cats have pretty good memory. That's a bad example. I did have. Okay, I need to pay attention to that. Ah. You need a good night's rest. There ain't no rest for the wicked. Cash does not grow on shrubbery. Bad call. Bad call. But what if it did? Technically it does, since money is made of paper. Or I guess more accurately, cotton. Oh my... depth perception! This is what happens when I don't game with my yellow tinted glasses on. I tried those gamer scopes and they're actually more vivid than you would expect. And that's why they cost so much. They cost like 60 bucks and you think, wow, that's a lot of fucking money for some like yellow tinted sunglasses. But really they're like a vision modifying tint. Are gamer glasses still a thing? Oh, definitely. Dane wears his a lot, it seems like. I don't wear mine very often. I'll wear them if it's late at night, because they do help like my eyes be a little less strained. But like during the day, I can't wear those. I can see why people would wear them during the day though, because like they don't make the room darker by any means. It's hard to really describe. I can't make that. Alright, I have an idea. Oh yeah, I have an umbrella. Who needs an umbrella? Dude slamming. That was a weird one, but I liked it. It was less platforming and more mind-bending. Literally everyone needs an umbrella. Think about it. I thought about it. I don't get it. You gotta understand, I'm much like a dog with a cone on his head. If it's not immediately in the middle of my screen, I probably won't catch it. That's one of the upsides and downsides of TF2 HUD editing. On one upside, you get all your information immediately in the middle of your screen. One downside, playing anything else becomes extremely inconvenient. Get some sleep. Like I said, this stream probably won't go over 2 hours. I'm almost at 1. Ten-hour stream. Alright guys, hope you're ready for the 24-hour. It starts right now and ends with my flight to PAX at... Incidentally, I have to leave here around like 10:30 tomorrow. So, I could do a 24-hour and it would end exactly when I have to leave. And I'm not even driving to the airport. I'm getting a ride, so... It would help to sleep on the flight. However, I need to get that video working, so that's a downside. That could be the 24-hour stream, getting my video done. $30-hour Dark Souls remaster stream. Honestly, man, no lie. I've been really wanting to play some Dark Souls, but I've been holding off for the remaster to release. So you joke about a 30-hour stream, but don't tempt me. What I'm really sad about is I really want to play some more A Hat in Time, but there's not really anything to do. All there is community maps, and most of them aren't that great, to be honest. The mapping contest, I think, starts to conclude this month, so I really want to play through them when they're done. But until then, Hat in Time just doesn't have anything for me, and it makes me sad. Have you seen the new footage? Seems like they left weapon balance and menus the same. DS1 had really bad menus. Uh-oh. I haven't seen much of it, so I hope it's not like that. I wonder if they're gonna adjust rolling to be more like Dark Souls 3. Or, like, rolling and swinging. One of my biggest pet peeves in Dark Souls 1, from the time I played it, was the amount of times I would hit my sword against a wall. It was just inconvenient, not fun. It didn't feel like, oh, you just gotta get good. It felt like it was just dumb. So I really hope that that's fixed. It better not be a port. They called it a remaster. So there very well better be adjustments on it in the vein of remastering. Because a remaster implies we took the flaws of this game and we improved on them. And Dark Souls 1, it's been a great game, but it's got flaws. Does streaming for income burn you out on playing games for fun during the week? I don't really stream for income. I mean, it's a large part of why I'm able to keep working on stuff, but it's not. I just stream for what I want to stream. As for burning me out, I would say yeah, like when I don't wake up and I'm like, I want to play a game. If I want to play a game, my first thought is, okay, how do I fit this into my stream schedule? So I not rarely, but much less often, stream. Or play games outside of my stream. Because a lot of that time spent is working on content, videos, or, like, music. Or just, you know, eating BLCs. See, I feel like the trick is going squid mode to avoid him, but if you don't clear all of the purple, you can't move. Oh, okay. Delegating your game time to streams is a good way into fitting your schedule. Yeah, I suppose, but I don't delegate that much time in my day to gaming anyways. To, like, gaming without a purpose, that is. For recording or trying a game. You know, I don't just, like, open Fortnite when I'm bored and queue up. You need some time off, speaking from experience. Get a game to finish over time or something. At some point you may burn out on games altogether. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone has those phases, but I definitely do have the ones where it's like, I wake up and there's nothing I just want to play. You know, when there's a game I really like, all I can think about is like, ooh, I want to play that game. But if I don't have one of those, it can feel burnout-y. So I agree, it's good to, like, have sort of something to work on, almost. But, like, I have a lot of non-gaming hobbies, too, so I don't have the problem where it's like, I have nothing to do and I have no games to play. You know, if I don't want to play games, I got other stuff to do. Like, for instance, editing memes for my Twitter. Very high priority. I hate that feeling I get when I'm just burnt out. I love when I have a game that I'm just thinking about before I get... Oh yeah, dude. I feel like everyone has this. The indescribable feeling of, like, just loving playing a game. And then, like, the heartbreak that comes after it. You know, when you have that game that you think of it and you just remember... You almost remember your emotional state when you played it, because your emotional state was just, like, happy. You know, you weren't stressed about anything, it was just like, I fucking love this game. Like, I legitimately had that with A Hat in Time. More so than I did with, like, Odyssey. More so than I did with Wind Waker or anything. And that's, like, a feeling you can't recapture. Had it the first time I played Skyrim, you know. It's just like, you can't put it into words. I'm no, like, nostalgia bitch. I'm not like, remember, I like to think of the good old days. But there's a lot of games I wish I could wipe my memory clean and replay. I really wish I was streaming more when I played Dark Souls 3, because that was my first ever experience with the franchise, and it was a fucking blast. I made like 1 or 2 videos on FUNKe of me just like collecting Estus Shards, because when I played Dark Souls 3 the first time, I couldn't be fucked to get the homeward, or not homeward, the bone fragments or whatever, and Estus Shards, and those things are pretty essential for like taking on bosses and stuff, and just beating the game. I was just checking to see if there's stuff to hit. Makes me remember Binary Domain. The game was so stupid, I spent the first 2 hours completely entranced. I think you'd love Mountain Blade Banner Lord. It looks like an amazing game in the making. It's been in development since 2014. I never played Mountain Blade, but it does. The franchise at least seemed like something that would really catch my attention. I guess we'll have to find out. I'll do a couple more of these. I wish I could relive my first experience with Minecraft of all things. I remember building shitty dirt shacks and dying from creepers. Shit was cash. I literally still have an image of my first ever time in Minecraft. I think I've shown it on stream before. I was in like... I made like a big wooden box with signs. And it had a texture pack that I don't remember the name of, but I really liked it. And I could never find it. I remember, like, all the Minecraft servers I'd play on when I first started. I remember all the Minecraft servers I got banned from when I first started. Good times. This is like, that just describes all FUNKe streams. Remember X? Yeah, X was great. Anyways, here's Splatoon. I remember looking for Hamachi servers. Oh shit, I fucking remember Hamachi. I remember I wanted to like have a Minecraft server, but I didn't know how to port forward. So I was using the Hamachi thing to like get people to play. But not many people used Hamachi, so you could only get like a handful of friends. It was a good way to just like have you and your buddies playing though. Like from like at school. Remember Moobot? I miss him. Not really. Moobot didn't die, I banned it, because it kept going off, abusing its power. Worthless trash bots should be working, but every time I make it join, it doesn't do anything. I double checked it, it joined the room. I don't even think I have it open now, though. So, no exception. Need to pay to make servers? Lame. ignoring my comments. I'm not intentionally ignoring anything. I'm just responding to what is in my line of sight. Invite Nightbot, make me a manager. Alright. I will. I mean, chat's pretty tame tonight, so I'm not in a rush. But I'll get that set up after this. I used Nightbot before. The problem was that you had to pay to have a custom name. And I liked having Worthless Trashbot. So I switched to Ubot. But I guess at this point I would rather just have a working moderator. Auto mod. Speaking of games, anyone played Deponia? Or point and click? You know, I have a lot of friends that are super into point and clicks, but I didn't grow up with them. The closest was Sam and Max, which I didn't even play that much of, but I enjoyed the first one that I played. Uh-oh. Out of ink. Y'all ever heard of video games? Anyone see Grizzly Berry's tweet today? Where he's just like... So is anime like mainstream now? Or am I just in a echo chamber? It's weird to realize that like we're past the point where video games and anime are like weird things. I was watching Pro Jared's video on Sailor Moon games, and he was talking about how like the Sailor Moon games were just video games that girls played and not games for girls. Also, hold on. Humanity is falling apart. That's a big statement to come back to. Listen, there's nothing wrong with video games. You know, what I was saying was, he was reviewing like Sailor Moon games, and he said they were just like fun video games that happen to have a female demographic, as opposed to like fucking shitty only girls were like this kind of games, where developers generally had more of that mindset like 15 years back. I've just noticed the color on my monitors is so off. The blue ink on mine is blue, but on the one where the stream is held, it's purple. Anime and video games aren't weird, but what about anime video games? I won't lie, many a times browsing the Steam store, I have heavily considered streaming the SAO video games. Only problem is, I don't know, I barely know anything about SAO past like the first 10 episodes. And I imagine they're not good games. I guess this isn't purple, it's like a indigo, but the colors are still vastly different on my two monitors. I see purple? Okay, the colors are way off then. Well, depends on what you mean by purple. Are we talking like lazy purple kind of purple, or like bluish? My sister loves SAO and researched the game and came up to me sad because it's apparently trash. Oh. Lazy purple purple? Uh-oh, that's pretty purple. Saints Row purple. Alright, that shit is way off then. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can fix that. Quickly, that is. Whoa. It's not much different. I'm just gonna play through. It seems like all the colors are actually about the same. The only difference is purple. And I imagine I have to go mess with the Elgato settings, so... I mean, I'm not streaming that long anyways. Thanks for letting me know, though. I'll look into it. PC specs are in the FAQ, my friend. This is ruining the whole stream. Listen, I know that we all have a vendetta against Lazy Purple, but you gotta stick it through, guys. All I can say is that if you ever catch me doing a crossover with Lazy Purple in any video, I want you to shoot me. Need to boycott him. All I'm saying is, I will never be in a video with Lazy Purple. I refuse. I will never associate myself with him. Ever, ever. So don't ever expect it. Ever. Ever. Especially not in the next 2 days. I gotta open this. I'm still bitter that King Raja hasn't returned yet. He made this whole deal about he was coming back, and then he disappeared again. He went on like Critscast, and he's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be huge. I'm gonna be back. It's gonna blow your fucking mind." And then like he's gone again. Why would you lie to me like that? What if I made energetic purple? Didn't someone already make active yellow? So you'd kind of be late to the joke. But I mean, I'd be impressed if you did it. Phew, that could have been bad. Still trying to make demo night viable. It is a tough job. Alright, I think I'm gonna... I guess I'll do one more in the Zapfish. And that should probably cut off in like 30 minutes. Depending on how good I am. What do you think about the DDoSing? I think they need to get some better servers. What is there to say? Oh. I think it's sad nothing's been done yet. It's been going on for a while. Beauty sleep. Nah. I gotta get work done. I gotta be up at like 8, so I should get sleep too. Am I weird because that's like the first thing I think about whenever I'm watching someone stream and they end it? My first thought is, I wonder what they're doing right now, not on stream. I like imagine them getting up from their computer, walking down, making a glass of water. Just like way too many personal details about streamers immediately after they're done streaming. Somewhere in the world right now, that person I'm thinking of is doing something. And it doesn't get any weirder to think about. I wonder whether or not most streamers wear clothes while wearing. Wouldn't you like to know? I can confirm I have at least one cloth. Ooh, just barely made it. Barely made it! Another Sonic reference. For you people born between 96 and 2000. Look up on Steam, this is a genie in my Szechuan sauce. I would recommend playing it. That name does not send good impressions. I feel like there's a very underrepresented margin of people on the content creation space right now. And that's people who aren't quite millennials, but aren't quite Gen Z either. I'm over here watching all of these popular YouTubers, and they're either like 25 plus or like 18 and below. Where's all like my 20-somethings at? Do you think like anyone else would have made the fucking Kappa Mikey video? No. Because I'm one of 10 people that would understand that. Jake Paul is 21. Yeah, but he doesn't cater to 21-year-olds. You know, he doesn't bring the 21-year-old humor. Back in my day. Man, if you want me to imitate Vine Sauce for you, you should have been here April 1st. I didn't watch the Super Mario Super Show. I can't come with those hot impressions. I think I have the voice for it, but I'm not even gonna try and butcher that shit. Please stop dying, requests Froyo in chat. Take care, Peacemaker. I'll make some water for myself post-stream. I'm so conflicted because there's so many great ironic jokes to make about Logan Paul or Logan. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter, either of them. But at the same time, everyone's also making the ironic jokes at all times. So it feels almost like too easy of comedy to make like a litmus joke. Can you at least do Joel? Man, you gotta understand, I love those guys, but I ain't gonna step on their jock. It would be an insult to try. Is there any reason to get YouTube Red aside from like Minefield? Because I struggle to find reasons. I watched the Logan Paul, what's it? That movie about how like every kid has to take a test and the dumbest students get literally killed. But like Logan Paul and his girl are gonna fight the system and put an end to it with the most mediocre story point in writing ever seen this side of the Mississippi. The thinning. Yeah, that. It's a movie plot. They don't even really justify it. They're just like, yeah, this could totally happen, so that's kind of like what makes it freaky, because it sounds realistic. No, it's fucking stupid, and they tried to pretend it wasn't. They tried to take it seriously. I think they... I have too strong of opinions on this YouTube Red movie. I'm just gonna stop. Are you no longer a TF2 YouTuber? Am I allowed to play TF2 and not get labeled? Because I'd like to, you know, just make stuff I like. Alright, I'm making a new rule. From here on forth, I want everyone to say, if anyone ever asks, do you still play TF2? Say I quit. I still play it, but just tell everyone I quit. And even when I'm like streaming TF2 and uploading a TF2 video, tell people, no, he doesn't play it. Come on to my TF2 stream. Funk, do you still play TF2? No, that's past me. That was the old funky. Thoughts on a Retribution trailer? All I saw was Jeff Kaplan and what's his name talking about it. And they made a joke about like your favorite Shimada brothers and it pissed me off. What's TF2? Gameplay trailer a few hours ago? Damn it, why does every time I stream something cool comes out the day of and I miss it? I need to keep up on my gaming news. This is why you don't see like you don't get gaming news videos from me. Because half of the time people ask me about stuff, I'm finding out about that shit. And it's not even like I don't try to follow. Just don't hear it. Venice missions, people were speculating. Hell yeah, Venice. Get that, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dimensional Movie Overwatch map going. Part 5's not in Venice, is it? It's in Italy, but it's not... I guess some of it takes place in Venice. Either way, that's a stretch. Plan on making any more anime TV analysis vids? Yeah. Let's leave it at that, yeah. It's all about consistency, you know? There's a lot of those analytical videos I want to do, but it's sort of the internal struggle of, well, do I want to kind of just make the video and be done, or do I want to treat it like the last Funk TV and kind of really go all out with it? Because it's not very hard to just, you know, make 10-minute commentaries breaking down these concepts. But there's a lot less satisfaction as a creator in that. I guess what I'm trying to say is, in 2 months I'm gonna be a Dragon Ball What If YouTuber. I really like Masako X, and I still like him and his content, but about like 6 months ago, he uploaded a what if video on Dragon Ball, and that was when I knew immediately that it was over. Because when a channel makes a what if video once, it immediately encompasses all of their content. It's no more like... I mean, there's also like reviews and stuff, but... it's very easy to just turn into like, alright, here's a bunch of like theoretical things. And I don't lie, they're pretty good videos, especially like if you're just like in the car. I mean, I fucking love like anime theory videos, as dorky as that sounds. If I'm like working or driving or something, I'll crank that shit up. However, I don't know if I would want that to encompass all of my content. Oh. I know the video essays are good. The problem isn't, is the content better when edited? It's, can I put focus into this if I'm not making enough money to call it a job? Also, wow. There go all my lives. Please stop dying. Stop dying. Worth buying? I'd say yeah. Multiplayer's fun, single player is relaxing, but not easy mode. You know, you gotta be a little prepared to play it. I don't know how you're focused at all, as sleep deprived as you are. Don't make excuses for me. I know better. I'm willing to accept that. I'm sure you've been asked a lot, but how many subs should you have to consider YouTube financially viable? It's not about how many subs you have, it's about revenue. You can have 50,000 subs, and if you're... I mean, I wouldn't do it at that early, but, you know, if you have 150 and you consistently get, like, enough to cover rent, then you can consider it a primary form of income. In other words, a job. However, generally, you know, people will make a lot of money in spurts. What's important is consistently doing that. And you don't really... most people don't generally hit that mark until at least, like, 150 to 200. And even then, that's only, like, temporary. Nothing is set. It's still hard to even argue that mine is, you know, but... it's all about your living standards, I guess. They move out of my distance. Not relevant to the discussion, but today I finally had that epiphanical moment where, like, you're reading a book and you finally become invested in it. You know, like when you pick one up and for the first 3 chapters you're like, I don't know if I'm really committed to this. But then, you know, like, the story starts to actually come together and you're like, oh shit! Alright, I follow it now. I had that today. I was reading your name and the kid looked down at his stomach and he said, oh, my boobs are gone. And that was when I realized I'm really in this. I'm committed to this. Holy jeez. Another? Oh my god. Okay, I'm trying one more. I cannot play it without looking at chat. And it fucks me up too much. My focus is off. You think with the revamp of comp and with the new TF2 PL that comp will have actual attention? I think comp won't get attention until Valve gives it attention. Like, adding comp, fixing it, and even TF2 PL are bandage fixes. They are not going to fix the problem inherent to competitive TF2, which is that most people just don't think TF2 is a competitive game. They don't believe it has any merits to be. They don't find it interesting to follow currently because the scene is small and the stakes are low. I think that Valve needs to raise the stakes of competitive TF2 and incentivize new players to try it. By that I mean creating prize pools for tournaments and creating rewards for new players to play comp. When those things come, your competitive TF2 will come. Until then, good luck. No free unusuals, no. But yeah, a lot of funk noobs tonight. I think it's because in my tweet I said I'm leaving for PAX, so some people are like, oh, alright, I should check in, say hi. So a lot of non-regulars. In other words, my clickbait worked! I guess it's not clickbait since it's true, but my point stands. I think Comp TF2 wouldn't be very interesting outside of someone picking an obscure class. What you need to understand is, like, TF2 is heavily mobility based, and a lot of what makes competitive TF2 interesting is, like, just how pushes initiate. At least for me personally. TF2 competitive isn't just, oh, well, it's just demos and scouts and soldiers fighting. It's a lot about how you'll see scouts and soldiers position themselves during fights. However, because of 5CP, a lot of fights seem to come the same way because 5CP is often framed the same way on different maps, so a lot of fights will, you know, if you're playing on... Obviously they differ per map, but you don't get to see as much different fights and mids as you would on Koth or something. So, if you're not a fan of competitive TF2 right now, all I can say is I don't think that represents what Valve wants it to be. So, give it a chance. Not now, but when it is actually worth giving a chance. Do you play CSGO? No. I played it casually, but I never, like, got into it. I got to Silver Elite, I think, and then I stopped. The stage is fun, but I've been dying a lot, and that's not fun. At the moment, what's your favorite game? I mean, honestly, maybe Splatoon 2. I'm also pretty stoked on Breath of the Wild, but I've held off on streaming that right now because I'm out of town. And I don't want to take a huge break after just starting it up again. Although I guess I kind of did that already, but I digress. I will say when Dark Souls Remastered comes out, that's gonna be my hub game for a little bit. I also wanted to stream Skullgirls, oddly enough. I know Skullgirls in 2018, but I never actually really played it, but I know a lot about the animation in it, and I wanted to, I don't know, experiment or observe it. I've considered not dying. Super rough as a fighter? That's rough to hear. I'm sure it's no Fighter Z. But, I mean, well-animated anime girls, like, dude. What can I say? Have you guys seen the GIFs of 60 FPS anime? Like, I guess I could show that on stream since I'm... Hold on, I'm gonna open that, because I want to see it. I know it's not relevant, but I just remembered it. And if anyone is watching the stream in a 30 FPS, then I'm sorry, but you're not allowed to watch this segment. There was one that I remember. It's weird because, like, it's still in 30 FPS, but they use programs to, almost turn it into 60 FPS. Alright, I found, like, a list of them. So this is Little Witch Academia in 60 FPS. I think it's most notable like right on camera pans and like big action sequences. It's not as noticeable with like characters though. I mean, it's fucking cool, but also you can't hear it. I know that but it's like, yeah, the characters are still super 30-ish, but everything else is not bad. We can hear it? Oh, well, I guess because I'm in a different audio jack. That's quite the face there. But yeah, I mean, that's... my point of showing that is to just reinforce pretty anime girls animated at 60 FPS is cool. I really want to see, like an anime film fully animated at 60 FPS, but I know that that's really hard. I don't understand the appeal of Little Witch. It's sort of like... Honestly, it's a slice of life anime. I went into Little Witch hoping it would be more of a story-driven one. But it's just a slice of life, you know, Harry Potter anime kind of deal. And if you're okay with that kind of stuff, like a... What's that one? Nick Jow? I haven't seen that, but... It may be comparable to that, because I know that's very slice of life. Anyways... If you like jokes, it's not bad. It's got some clever jokes. I like the Wizard of Oz episode. Are you a fan of Harry Potter? I'm not a diehard fan, but I read the books when I was younger, and I've seen a couple of the movies, not all of them. So what do I do now? Those are all done. I see. Harry Potter was one of those franchises I was pretty familiarized with at a young age, but I didn't keep up, so when it started to like wrap up in the movies, I wasn't, you know, super sad or anything. Nikijow. Were you trying to say Nikijo? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, that's the one I was talking about. Like I said, I haven't seen it, so I don't know the pronunciation. Uh-oh. I think the audio is breaking because they're against a wall. Can we hear your pronunciation of sings? Why? Watch Haruhi disappear somehow before Lucky Star. Man, I don't know any of that shit. I still need to watch Cowboy Bebop and Space Dandy. Those are the ones I want to put my attention to. Watch Bebop first. I shall. I mean, I'll have some time to kill while I'm in Boston, so... I guess instead of, like, seeing the town, I'll just sit in my hotel room and watch anime. Thanks for the advice. Oh. I mean, you weren't telling me to do that, but that's what I'll do. Yeah, fuck Boston. Missing out. It recently hit the big 20 years. Did it? I am. Kappa Mikey's really good, no lie. Kappa Mikey is good, but it's not... I wouldn't say it's go binge it good. Kappa Mikey is like... When it was running, I would tell people, yeah, you should watch it, it's a good show. And I think, like, if you just want to find, like, a interesting show to observe, Kappa Mikey's pretty good, but it's not really a show to pick up today. At least not unless, like, you fall within the specific demographic of like, people that would like it. Which is 20-something nerds with a good understanding of anime and cartoons. But also, like, a self-awareness to, like, not take anime super seriously and be willing to deal with the, like, really obvious anime jokes that everyone made in the year 2005. They eyes are big. Why they eyes are big? The specific demographic is people who watched anime growing up in the West. Yeah, like... Yeah, I would say that. Still. It's a weird one. I like the rifle for multiplayer, but I do not like it for single. It's not as easy to, like, crowd control spam. Don't even try and fucking say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood right now. I live and breathe Full Metal Alchemist. So what do I gotta do? I gotta hit those guys in the air. Breath of the Wild air shot. I don't know how I can get a shot. He keeps opening the gap. And every time I try to get a shot, he runs. I'm one of the few that prefers FMA over FMAB. Bruh! Can I get some Omega lulz in chat right now? Can I get FMA over FMAB Omega lul? Too close. As of recently, my go-to, like, if I'm just trying to, like, put on something in the background, I usually put on It's Always Sunny. Just because that's a good show for, like, just randomly dropping into an episode and enjoying it. Listen to Sleepycast. I like all the dudes on Sleepycast, although I haven't listened to podcasts in a while, like just as a format. Did Bill Burr have a podcast? I recall watching a clip of him, like, talking shit about Yoko Ono. Which, if you don't know about Yoko Ono, then, oh my god, please never look her up. But he was, like, dissecting a clip of her just banshee screaming over I think it was John Lennon and, like, Chuck Berry. And Yoko Ono, just halfway through the song, starts fucking wailing. I'll open it up on stream just to show you after this, because I have to show people it. Okay, I can't. You should listen to the Adventure Zone? I don't know what that is. Sounds cool though. Through the wall? That seems a little bogus. I think using the word bogus is a little bogus. Also, move forward. Alright, I'm gonna show you something.
John is...
I'll move my headphones because I want to hear this too. You can see her screaming right there. I gotta find the first one though. I need a close-up of Chuck Berry's face first. Look at his eyes, right there. Chuck Berry is fucking seen some shit. And they just go on. They just go on like nothing happened. But the best part is like later in the song she tries it again. I played that before. They cut off her microphone. She's over there like... Alright, it's right here. Look at... She is wailing. She's fucking wailing on the thing. And that is what Yoko... That is what John Lennon stuck his penis into. The world may never know why. But clearly it must have been worth it. I think Yoko Ono did John Lennon a favor. John Lennon had these three random fucking schmozos that were super clingy and taking up all of John's time. He was wasting his life on these three, like, super clingy guys. And then, luckily, Yoko Ono came to sort of, even John out. It gets better. Like, if you go look up her today, she's still doing that shit. She's going to art shows and literally wailing. You know what? I'll just show you. I'm just gonna show you again because I can't just leave recommending it. You have to experience it. Alright, I gotta reset that. No. No. I mean, you can see the rest yourself. That's all you really need. That's all you really need to know, though. Like, that paints a pretty good picture. Alright, so all the areas are cleared. Now I gotta go find the continuation point. Please watch Adventure Zone. Well, I need some stuff to put on for my plane ride, so I think that's a good recommendation. There's a rumor her screaming was sampled in a King Gizzard song. Oh, fuck yes. I hope it's true. But at the same time, I hope it's not. Alright, I am going to call it. I want to go ahead and see this HQ. Not that I'm going to be able to play it. Wonder if I can get Yoko Ono on my album. Wonder what her rates are. She sang the vocals for the Pillar Man theme. I got a laugh out of me. This is cool. I fear that there's going to be a lot of, like, pools of purple paint in my future, though. But for now, I gotta get off. I am leaving for a flight tomorrow at like 8, and I will be out of town for this week's streams. So if you care about that sort of thing, I'll be back come Sunday, and I may stream the day I'm back. If all goes well, if I get this up, because my video's done, okay? It's 100% finished. If I can get it to render correctly, then that will come out tomorrow. If it doesn't, then I guess... I guess it'll be out next week. But either way, be on the lookout, I suppose. Remember to watch anime. I would never. Yeah, I mean, feel free to give me some recommendations on podcasts and anime, though I've already been given several tonight, so they'll be on the back burner if recommended. Yeah, night everyone. I'll be back next week. I mean, I'll be around. I'll be on Twitter and Discord and all that, but no streams this week. No live streams. Well, maybe if I get like a computer at PAX last minute, but I doubt it. I still, like, forget that I live streamed from, AWA, or Dragon Con, I guess. Like, that's just a blur to me. I don't fucking even remember doing that shit. But I did. I haven't watched Mob Psycho 100. This song is Red River by the Symposium. Do it again. We'll see if my data allows it. It's a good song. Also, in case you were wondering, my next video will be